Hey, this is Lorena, and I wanted to do a Quilters Live numbers. It's number 8. I just wanted to share like some of the things that I've been doing this week. I don't know, let you into my life. I know you guys want to know what I'm doing. I'm not that interesting. So in this video, I'm going to share what I did to my long arm room. I kind of changed it up a little bit. I had a treadmill in the long arm room, and I would run sometimes when I would be quilting. Yeah, it looked crazy. But my treadmill broke, so it gave me like a lot more space. So I'm going to share with you what my long arm room looks like. So this is the room. I know you've seen it before this way, but what I did is this time I put the cabinets right there. I used to have my computer there. Look, all those quilts I've been getting done. Then I finished that quilt. Proud. I moved my computer over here. I'm real proud of this quilt. Look, it glitters. Or glistens. So this is what the room looks like from here. Yeah, isn't it beautiful? I really like the cabinets here. I really do. These are bins that I put my clients' quilts in. Cookie, what are you doing?
Really, truly didn't like it. As winter turned to spring, seemed to be going up. The Las Vegas area.
This is the world, come on.
And we made a phone call to that number. There was no answer. Russell, in order to pass along a present for Brenna.
This one is afraid of. This one? This one is afraid of this one. I have no time alone. In this section of the tutorial, I'm going to share with you some of my tricks when I do binding. I'm making my binding. I went ahead and I sewed all my pieces and I sprayed starch on my binding to start ironing. What I like doing this is because it controls the binding when I'm putting it on the quilt. And I know it takes some time, but it's better than to be fighting with the binding while you're putting on binding. On my binding roll here, the binding here. Usually I work section by section when I'm putting binding on. And this is what I do with the binding. Remember, like it's already rolled. I had a lot of it left over. I just grab it and put a pin, and then I have a binding drawer. Wanted to share my little tricks in this section on how I connect the ends. This is 2.5 inch binding. So you're gonna go in, mark at 2.5 inches right here. Okay? Then you're gonna get your other binding, layer on top, make sure it's nice and flat, and mark where this mark is. You're going to cut this off, or the longer tail off. This is where you're going to need your iron and a glue stick. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to make a half square triangle, or a triangle, like this. And I'm going to iron that. Then I'm going to put it back the way it was. Triangle, triangle, ironed, then roll it back, align this part, okay? Then I'm going to get my glue, Elmer's wash away glue, and lay this piece. If I measured right and then cut right, this should lay perfectly flat, and then this should lay this way. Then you're going to get that hot iron again, and you're going to lock these seams in. Then I'm going to open it, bring in the fabric, pull it. Do you know where you did your little triangle iron? Right there. You're going to sew right there. And follow the iron triangle that you just did. This is where you sewed, where you ironed that triangle. And then you should lay it flat, and there's your tail end connected. once I know that everything's fine, I pull that extra fabric out, just cut it off, and now just sew like I was sewing before. I don't use pins or binding clips. I still love my Elmer's glue. Just know that one whole quilt, like a throw, you will go through one whole stick of Elmer's glue. Yeah, it uses a lot of glue, but it works, and you don't need to purchase pins or binding clips. I like tacking my quilts, my binding down, so I know that my binding is nice and clean. I don't have to fiddle with it as much. Now you can, if this is not done right, you can undo it and then go back and reset the binding if you need to. It's not a permanent stick. Things tacked down temporarily. If you see this area right here, once you wash the quilt, it's gonna disappear. And I'm just gonna go ahead and just start stitching this down and get this binding done for this little girl.